Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Good Shabbos. It's the beginning of a new year, a new start, and we're starting also reading from the Torah. This Shabbat is Shabbat Bereshit, when we begin the reading cycle all over again. As you can see, the Torah is bound all on one side, and we're just starting on this side of the Torah with the opening verses of Genesis. You know how it begins, in the beginning, although a more accurate translation might be when God began to create, because God is a constant. God always was. And then at some point in time, God began to create. And as you read on, you know that there's 6 days of creation, culminating with the creation of one man and one woman. And we find out that the man's name is going to be Adam, from Adamah, from the earth, from the dust, because we come from dust, and we return to the dust. And in between, we try to cherish each and every moment. And the woman's name is going to become Chava, which means life, source of life. She is the source of all life. And you know, they're placed in a very special place, the Garden of Eden. And it's utopia. It's the perfect existence. And God says to them, you can eat from anything here, knock yourselves out. We have a tree of life, but there's one tree, the tree of knowledge of good and bad. Don't touch it. Don't go near it. And it sort of sets up this parameter that, you know, if that's the one I'm supposed to avoid, it becomes somewhat tempting. And so we know how the story goes, that the serpent tempts the woman, she tempts Adam, and after that, everything happens, including that they're thrown out of the place. You know, with every act of creation, God said it's good or very good. But when he created a man and a woman, he didn't say very good, he didn't say good, because it's really up to us to make good choices for our lives. And sometimes we do, and sometimes we don't. But in this case, they're responsible for their choice. It turns out, as Harold Kushner would say, that it's not so much paradise lost, but it's paradise outgrown. They were ready to move on. They were ready to move on, and they became part of our world. And our world has setback and disappointment and loss and illness. But the idea is, no matter what happens, you pick yourself up again, you start all over again, and that's what Adam and Eve are able to do. Actually, Bereshit ends in a very sad way, because their children, Cain and Abel, brothers, end up in conflict, and Abel is killed by his brother Cain. His name actually foreshadows that. Chava, Abel, actually suggests that his life will be brief. It's like a cloud, it's like a mist. And so it is that Cain kills Abel. And one of the lines that is very quoted, when God says, Cain, you know, where is your brother? What happened to him? It's a rhetorical question, and Cain said, I don't know. I don't know. Am I my brother's keeper? And the implied answer is, yes, you were. You were supposed to look after him. If you come this Friday night for Senior Shabbat, we're going to visit some of these verses, because the meaning behind so many of them have profound impact for our lives today. That's why we read Torah and start all over again, because it's relevant, it has meaning, it can guide us, it can guard us, and we continue with the reading of Torah. This Friday night, Senior Shabbat, 7:30. Many of our seniors are leading part of the service. It will be a very beautiful spiritual service of coming together as a synagogue, as a family, and we hope to see you then. Shabbat Shalom.